We're live from the East Bank Esplanade.
Tomorrow on AM Northwest.
August 14th, 2001.
23 boats have tried to break this record and failed.
The reason why the record is tough is it's 3,000 miles of some of the harshest ocean in the world.
This boat is bigger and faster than any other.
This is risky stuff. I mean, we're going to go as fast as we can for the next 5 days. So when you push it that hard, you know, it's a lot of time for somebody to get hurt.
But speed and size don't protect against disaster.
It's like, boom! And right away, look forward, and the bow started peeling away.
If this collapses, you go inside the boat, okay? If you guys put harnesses on, you fall in the water, we can't come get you.
Tonight, rough seas, the quest to break the transatlantic crossing record.
From ABC News, this is Nightline. Reporting from Washington, Ted Koppel.
At the risk of stating the obvious, some world records survive for a reason. And one of the most enduring world records left is that of 6 days, 13 hours, 3 minutes, and 32 seconds, which is how long it took back in June of 1990 to sail from the Ambrose Lighthouse off the coast of New Jersey to Lizard Point at the southwestern edge of Cornwall on the coast of England. Our story tonight deals with the latest effort to break that record, an effort which began last Thursday afternoon. The contender, a maxi catamaran team adventure with a 15-man crew aboard. 13 of them engaged in sailing the boat. The other two, ABC News producer Andrew Morse and cameraman Gary Shore, along to document the attempt. Whether you have sailed or not, a maxi catamaran is a different experience. To grasp the size alone, imagine a floating tennis court, 110 feet long, 60 feet across, 2 hulls connected by a trampoline. There are times when the boat is tacking, that is, angling its way back and forth to take maximum advantage of the wind. There are times when one of those hulls can rise 15 feet out of the water, when the deck, that is, the trampoline, is at a 45-degree angle. At those very times, the boat may be at its maximum speed, screaming across and through the Atlantic at 45 miles an hour. The crew members are not always wearing safety harnesses, fall off the boat at that speed, and in the minute or more before your absence is noted, team adventure may be a mile or so away. It is not for the faint of heart.
Well, it's the whole experience. The speed rush is pretty amazing, and the water is going up the back, the noise below decks, the bucking motion of the boat. In all of that, you're trying to cook and sleep and do maintenance and keep the human element from falling apart. It's sort of, if you can imagine, this record's about to take a week. If you can imagine a week-long NASCAR race and you've got to put a caravan on the back and they're not allowed to stop, I think you'd get a bit of an idea of what you put yourself through.
The North Atlantic can be as vicious and ferocious as the Southern Oceans can be. The summertime, pre-cyclones, before the hurricane season starts, yeah, the obstacles are weather and nature. Then you have human garbage, containers, logs. You have natural hazards like whales and such, icebergs.
But for the sailors, it's very exhausting, it's very wet, it's very cold, and they get very little rest in that 6.5 days.
The reason why the record is tough is it's 3,000 miles of some of the harshest ocean in the world. The North Atlantic, trying to get the weather lined up for a 19-knot average 6-day voyage is a rare occasion, and to be at the right place, i.e. New York, on standby, ready to go, and having the patience takes a little bit of time and luck.
In a transatlantic record attempt, yes, weather is the key. For the simple reason, if the weather pattern is not there, they're not going to make it across the Atlantic Ocean. Obviously, we need enough wind, which is at least 15 to 20 knots of wind. They don't want too much wind because then the boat gets moving too fast. And if the boat moves too fast, it has a tendency to run into the waves instead of skim along the waves. Running into a wave is real bad for the simple reason these multi-hulls can front end to back end tip over, and which would be catastrophic for the boat. So we have to make sure that there's not too much wind.
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the summer. There's not going to be more wind later.
We have enough wind, you know? I think so.
There's enough wind to go. We just go. Weather's never perfect, and what we have is darn good. So we'll make the best of what we have. I think we have a great shot at it from here.
We started at 3:03:17 local time, which is 7 p.m. and 3 minutes, 17 seconds in UTC.
Are we going to do it?
Yeah. You bet.
This is risky stuff. I mean, we're going to go as fast as we can for the next 5 days and some odd hours, God willing. So when you push it that hard, day and night, you know, that's a lot of time for somebody to get hurt.
Well, basically, you're just traveling as fast as you can. You're pretty much on the edge. You put as much sail area as you possibly can. You're flying a hull. You're bow down in those big waves. The rudders sometimes grab a little air, so your steering's quite marginal. So it's a real teamwork effort. The helmsman and the crew working the sails, trying to keep it going in a straight line, not spinning out.
These catamarans, especially this one, is a whole leap ahead in ocean racing technology. We're doing 20 knots right now. Most people will never do 20 knots on a sailboat in their life. Very few of us join that club. And, you know, just in a comparison, an America's Cup boat will probably, you know, really push hard to go over 11 or 12 knots, especially average around the course. The average sailboat maybe goes 6 knots.
Traveling at speeds between 25 and 30 knots across flat seas, Team Adventure began its Atlantic crossing at a record pace. The boat ate up miles. It appeared to be in position to break the record for the greatest distance traveled in 24 hours. With New York safely behind them, the crew assumed their watches, working and sleeping in 4-hour shifts. By sunset the first night, the mood was optimistic but guarded. They were off to a good start, but there were some 3,000 miles left to travel. A transatlantic run requires constant vigilance. The crew narrowly avoided disaster on the first night.
Oh, we had a bit of an incident last night in the fog here. We had a couple of freighters in front of us coming towards us, and we had radio contact with one who we mistook for another one that was closer, and we had a pretty close shave with him. We got to see his nav lights through the fog, which is pretty close.
Morning number 2. Despite heavy fog, the boat had traveled almost 450 miles in just 14 hours. They were well ahead of the record pace, cruising at speeds of over 30 knots and still slicing through flat seas.
I had just done a safety check and a chafe check all around the boat. I went to the nav station to see how the navigator was doing. Laurent was on duty at that point. Talked to him about what our next few steps were going to be and how far ahead of the record we were. And as I'm coming on deck, I came to the center of the tramballs and I was like, boom! And right away, looked forward and the bow started peeling away.
When your sailboat is flying along at 40 knots an hour, it's awfully hard to see an obstacle in your path. Rough seas ahead when we come back.
This is ABC News Nightline, brought to you by Visa.
When Hawaiian sumo legend Konishiki feels like your Asian cuisine, he goes to Indigo. For Italian, it's off to Antipasto's, Makawao Steakhouse for steak, Cha-Cha-Cha Salsaria for Mexican, Magoroya for great sushi, and who knows how many restaurants he'll eat at tomorrow night. But no matter where he eats, he'll be paying with his Visa card. Because like so many other great places in Hawaii, these restaurants don't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Guys, did you get everything?
Yep. They even had his school supply list.
Pencils?
Number 2s, 10-pack.
Backpack?
At Staples, we have teacher-supplied back-to-school lists, so you'll find everything in one place at everyday low prices.
Honey, what's that?
It's a multifunction flatbed all-in-one printer, copier, fax machine, scanner.
Not on the list.
School supply list. Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
For a book report or something.
She was an infant when her father vanished. Years later, he's spotted with a new identity. How did he get there? A lost memory and a missing minister. Downtown Wednesday.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the Ford, let's go for a drive.
What will you save on 5 of America's 10 bestsellers during Ford's authorized clearance? Thousands. Get up to $1,500 cash back or 0-9 financing on Ford F-150. 0-9 financing can save you over $3,900 in interest on the best-selling truck in the world. You can even get $1,500 cash back or 0-9 financing on Ford Super Crew. And for even bigger savings, see your Northwest Ford store today.
I left my conscience like a crying child. Broken like a window, I see my blindness now. And I need love.
Ralph, the colorful fragrance for her by Ralph Lauren. Fragrance, lotion, and shower gel in a great tote for $49.50, over a $70 value. Check it out at Meyer & Frank.
Only 14 hours into their voyage, Team Adventure's quest to break the transatlantic record was over. Slicing through the foggy morning at almost 40 miles an hour, the boat collided with an object in the water. One crew member says he saw what looked like the remnants of a hull from a sunken ship floating past, but no one can say with certainty what they hit.
I was up on the bow earlier this morning. It was about 4:35 in the morning, and I went to come back towards the cockpit, and there was a crash.
If this collapses, you go inside the boat, okay?
I already by then had guys running to the halyards, and Cam was already on deck and taking the helm.
I was in my bunk here in the starboard hull, and I heard a bang and wasn't sure if the bow broke or the mast may have broken. I came on deck, and I haven't been forward to sea. I just grabbed the wheel, but the port bow is broken off behind the front beam, and I have no idea why.
I didn't really know what it was at first, and I didn't necessarily think we hit anything. And then things started to deteriorate pretty quickly. The mainsail ripped, and it was only then that I actually realized that part of the bow had broken off. And the next thing I knew, the crew was on deck. Everybody was scrambling around, basically just trying to make sure that we could salvage what we could.
I'd like to see us get a safety on the front of this mast. They're working on it. Hugh and Fraser are working on that. I've got Paul and Randy working on getting the mainsail strip right. I got Laurent and Mark working on bringing the runner forward and securing that. Good. I'm going to work myself on getting the crash pump up and running and filling the aft tanks.
You guys,
why don't you work on the backstage?
Just, you guys put harnesses on. You fall in the water, we can't come get you. Just put harnesses on and attach somewhere where it's not going to break off and take you with you. But we need to go around the hull, like where the Jenica halyard is. We need more ropes like the Jenica halyard rope as far forward as possible. That'll, we get more ropes that's going to hold the boat bow together from waves and water damage, eventually trying to peel the whole hull apart there.
Pretty devastating, really. I mean, like you say, we've been working up to this for 6 months and putting in some pretty big hours to get the boat ready. And this has been the focus of everything, sort of thing. So, to see that happen, it's sort of killing a dream, really.
I guess I should cry, but what a shock, it's horrible, we have such a good boat here, and I have no idea why this fell off. Good morning, Bosie, I love you. I just wanted to call you and Maxie and tell we had a problem with the boat, okay? And Daddy's okay, and all the crew are okay? And I'll be home as soon as possible. We're going to Canada somewhere to fix the boat, all right? All right, so I'll call you later today and tell you what's going on, but I just want to let you know I'm okay. Nobody's hurt. And I'll hope you have a good day there in Maine, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
This is the amount of effort that's gone in to get this boat to where we are now, and to have this happen is just devastating.
We were smoking. We were doing 30, 35 knots for the last 12 hours on a good course for the Lizard. So kind of went from the gold medal to the outhouse.
We were on certainly record pace, but that doesn't count anymore. So we'll have to rebuild and try again.
We were smoking. I mean, I showed my kids, I got the Guinness Book of Records out, and I showed my kids, I said, that's the record, that's what we're breaking, that's what we're going to do. And they were one of the few things, assignments I've gone on that's tangible to them. This is what we're going to do, this is what we're setting out. It's a very concrete thing. Yeah, no, I wanted it to happen.
Everybody's a little distraught, I would say. I personally, I feel pretty emotional. When we were on top of the Maine with Paul, we were talking about it, and we both looked at each other. It's like, wow, you know, we're all choked up, but we know we can fight tomorrow. We all have good spirits, and we realize this is just a machine. We'll put her back together again and set out and break the record.
The whole thing was a pretty shattering experience. There's obviously so much emotion involved with among the crew that you could see it on their faces. You could just see the disappointment in their eyes. And the thing about being in a situation like this as a journalist is that you expect to be objective. You're trained as a journalist to be objective and to focus on the story, to not really get involved. But from the second you step on a boat like this and you live with the crew and you sleep with the crew and you eat with the crew, it really has the ability to draw you right in very quickly, whether you want to be drawn in or not.
I don't want to swim the English Channel. I don't want to take kickboxing. All I want are mornings where arthritis pain doesn't stop me from getting together with my friends for class.
Vioxx is here, a prescription medicine for osteoarthritis pain. With one little pill a day, Vioxx can provide powerful 24-hour relief of pain and stiffness. Vioxx specifically targets only the COX-2 enzyme, a key source of arthritis pain. People with allergic reactions such as asthma to aspirin or other arthritis medicines should not take Vioxx. In rare cases, serious stomach problems such as bleeding can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have liver or kidney problems. For more information, talk to your doctor about once daily Vioxx for the relief of osteoarthritis pain, and you may be able to plan your day around your life instead of your pain. Ask your doctor if Vioxx is right for you. Vioxx for everyday victories.
We chose white because it was
clean
and simple.
I just wanted a splash of color.
Kind of kooky, little pizzazz.
Different strokes for different folks, all at one store.
Went to Home Depot. Now I'm painting.
I can help you do that. I can show you how. Okay. Linen for my girls' room.
You can do it.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's all bare right there.
I love Ralph Lauren. This looks good.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I went to Home Depot first. The Home Depot.
Being first is never easy. Will I make it? Will I be laughed at? Will it be worth it?
Coming up, if they can pass the drug test.
Chess wants to be in the Olympics.
Do they wear Speedos? That's a high criteria.
Politically incorrect with Bill Maher.
It's Toyota clearance time.
I like it.
clearance happens just once a year, and you'll like the values on the summer's biggest inventory. And right now, you can get super low 4.9% APR financing on the versatile and adventurous 4Runner. Or you can take home 4Runner with $1,500 customer cash. And 4Runner is ready to go anywhere, anytime. Don't miss this chance. Toyota's 2001 clearance, going on coast to coast.
For Team Adventure, the quest to break the transatlantic sailing record was over. The crew spent hours securing the broken section of the bow and doing what they could to ensure that the 150-foot tall mast did not come crashing down. Once out of immediate danger, they set their sights on the next challenge, making it safely to port.
See if you can keep pointing toward Cape Sable.
Larry, I'm trying to get the mast in the boat, okay? I understand where Cape Sable is. Sorry, I'm trying to do a couple things.
Why don't you have somebody else drive, please?
We'll have to see. I got to find out where we are, whether there's a port in Maine or Boston. I don't know. I haven't looked at the chart the last 2 hours to see wind direction and where to go. It's going to be interesting to try to figure that out.
Nova Scotia's pretty easy because it's downwind from here. The fog's pretty dense, but the hard part's going to turn in the corner and go back upwind toward Maine with our little engines, trying to go against the waves with this chopped off bow, hoping the bulkheads don't break. We start taking on water, so we're not over the danger point yet.
We can't use our engines to propel us because our propellers create a lot of drag. So, you never expect this to happen. So since we took the props off in the 6 to 8 foot seas, it kind of makes it very dangerous. So I'm not going to go in the water and put the props on until we get close to the land, and hopefully by then some form of Coast Guard or vessel or fishing vessel will be on site and tell us.
I'm plotting the way in here on this screen and just keeping track of where the boat's going, and we're headed into Shelburne, Nova Scotia, where that blue dot is. And here I'm looking at the weather and simulating the weather forecast so that I can see whether there's going to be any winds coming from the west that are going to make us drift away from our destination. Because we don't have any sails up, we're really drifting under the power of the mast alone.
Come have a look, we're making pasta.
Okay.
Like, what do you do after you lose your bow? You feed the crew and get us all warmed up, because that'll make us happier, get some warm food, and then we're going to go into rotation so people can go ahead and get their rest, and we'll go back to business as usual.
What we're doing right now is we're just trying to keep the wind right about from over here, because we expect the wind to go towards the front. So as the wind twitches around to more in front of us, we'll turn the boat to the right and head in towards Nova Scotia.
Okay, tow truck's on his way. They should be here at about, I'd say, another 45 minutes or an hour. How about another hour?
The following morning, after a day and a half of drifting, help arrived in the form of the Canadian Coast Guard.
They're going to bring a rib out and with an anchor or 2 anchors, and when we get in here we'll scope it out. But there's going to be some tide, not much breeze, but some tide, and we'll either tie a line off our bow to the pier and then a stern anchor so we don't swing around a lot.
You said that was 2 boats tied.
It is. The boat there, the boat there. Ain't that in the boat? In the boat here?
That's a catamaran.
There's actually quite a lot of structural damage a long way back past this actual break here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of damage we can't see.
We're currently in Clark's Harbor, Cape Sable, Nova Scotia. We have broken off our port bow and been assisted into harbor here by the Canadian Coast Guard so that we're able to further secure our boat, install our propellers.
Okay, now I need to give this back. Yeah. And I need the Allen socket.
And proceeding to Our mooring in Vinyl Haven, opposite the ferry dock in North Haven.
After reattaching the propellers, Lewis and his crew headed out to sea again. Their destination, Maine's Penobscot Bay, the skipper's home turf. As always, the boat drew a considerable amount of attention.
I think means that I have to cut off that beam from there to there, and then get a whole new bow.
Well, I think we got a little weight when you look out the window. They're going to fix that overnight. That's a big repair. It'll be a few months. They got some talent here, but it's going to be a while. And then after it's fixed, you got to wait for the wind. That could be 1-2 months to wait for the window. You know, you got to wait for that special time to break a record. So it could be 4, 5, 6 months, realistically.
I got to head back to New York. Got to get back to normal life, put a suit back on, and get back to the real world.
It's amazing how small the ocean is, really. I mean, there are a few bits of stuff in the North Atlantic, and we hit one of them. I mean, the probability of it is so small, and yet it was there. So, but we'll get it back together very quickly, and we'll be back out there as soon as we can.
All right. Here's a toast for the next time. The record can be ours. We will rebuild and reattack. So thanks for your help, guys. Great job getting the boat here safely. Enjoy the night. Tomorrow you can find out about planes, trains, automobiles, and escape plans. But let's go again. Cheers. 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 Wrap it around.
And I'll be back in a moment.
Chat online with ABC News producer Andrew Morse about his high-speed adventure tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Just log on to the Nightline page at abcnews.com.
New sneakers to help her play basketball and win a college scholarship, $26. Books to help her learn her ABCs and become a best-selling author, $30. Globe so she can learn her continents, which will come in handy when she's president, $18. Remembering to take it one day at a time, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Accept it for everything you want for your kids.
All vacations are canceled until the network integration is complete? All but his, I bet. What is it this time? Jumbles of hardware? Databases built on 10 different platforms in 20 different countries? Does he think that's news to me? Serve it up. Send it my way. Bring it on, buddy, because I'll get it done. And that happy vacationer, the one waving from the beach as your yacht passes by, that man is going to be me.
You can accomplish anything, even seamless integration. Fujitsu, the possibilities are infinite.
It's Shoe Week at Ross. The latest styles, the top brands for men, women, and kids. All at savings of 40 to 70%. Shoe Week at Ross. You won't believe the savings.
The 2001 Honda Clearance. It only happens once a year, and it's gone before you know it. Imagine your good fortune. Hey, seize the moment.
For a limited time, get special APR financing as low as 3.9% for 36 months on all new Accords.
Better hurry to Shoe Week at Ross. We have incredible savings on athletic shoes. The top brands for men, women, and kids. All at savings of 40 to 70%. Shoe Week at Ross. Don't miss it.
That's our report for tonight. I'm Ted Koppel in Washington. For all of us here at ABC News, good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News.
than from any other source.
How you feel and the weather. From asthma to arthritis, even a simple headache. How a bad weather day may affect your health. More wild weather on World News Tonight.
Standing in a very large suit to make a very large statement. I need a new agent. Nah, what I'm really saying is that Mervyn's has big brands, and right now they're at huge savings during the back-to-school sale. This week, the entire stock of athletic shoes is on sale, including Vans, Reebok, and Adidas. Another big reason why Mervyn's starts with me. Hurry, sale ends Saturday. I'm running to Mervyn's. Or maybe I'll just drive.
K2 cares and encourages you to support Northwest medical teams. Some children in the Northwest have no access to basic dental care. But because of Northwest medical team mobile clinics, their smiles are brighter today. Volunteer professionals give of their time and expertise so thousands of low-income families can receive free dental care. If you would like to volunteer your services and bring smiles to thousands, call this number. K2 encourages you to help support the important work of Northwest medical teams. This is K2, the breaking news station.